Over 2 decades ago, Sunera Bandaranayake attended a workshop performance made up entirely of young men and women with disabilities. Inspired by what she saw, Sunera, along with several associates, brought together a unique cast and crew, from children with Down syndrome to survivors of the country's civil war. Butterflies Will Always Fly was staged in 1999, and it brought audiences to their feet. In the following years, the team staged 3 major productions, taking on the international stage as well. Garnering attention from the press and critics world over, the performers were no longer judged by their disability. Here, a wheelchair was not a hindrance, but a prop. A crutch could double as a convincing weapon, and art became the vehicle through which they expressed themselves. The Sunera Foundation was founded in 1999 with the name signifying dependability, durability and strength. The foundation began to develop its programs. Each workshop would generate scripts and performances which were then staged locally and selected for a biannual performance for the Samanalayaya Drama Festival at the Lionel Vent, a celebration of creativity and months of hard work. For many of the performers, this was the first standing ovation they had ever received, perhaps changing the way they perceived themselves forever.
What life? මොකටද ජීවත් වෙන්නේ? මොකටද ජීවත් වෙන්නේ?
Sunera expanded their workshops across the country, reaching people far and wide. Today, the organization has 37 established workshops with a team of 40 trainers and 5,000 participants from 250 performances over the past 20 years. While early plays explored stories revolving around the violence of the war, as the program developed, so did the themes. They tackled issues such as environmental pollution, the human-elephant conflict, drug abuse, human rights violations, and so on. Everywhere they go, Sunera makes it a point to engage with the community. A widespread stigma associates disability with bad karma. Families with disabled children face rejection from society. In the tea plantation regions of Sri Lanka, children are often kept hidden, and many parents hold little hope for their children's futures. Sunera's goal is to quietly chip away at this stigma. Through exercise, art, dance, drama, music and yoga, the Sunera method helps children develop vital social, emotional and physical skills. This island-wide impact would not be possible without Sunera's community of nearly 40 trainers, each of whom will tell you that working with these children has been a transformative experience. For Premila, her initial experiences with Sunera were the start of an unusual career. Before her first workshop, she had never met anyone disabled in her life. Today, she runs workshops around the country. Buddhini, who initially joined the workshops for her sister, speaks of how watching families change how they relate to their disabled members is a deep joy. Nolene has seen young people who were completely bedbound begin to move simply by being introduced to music and dancing. At Sunera, she has found a family. Field Manager Sandun describes how trainers are embedded in a network designed to support and help them learn. Each believes they can make a difference in the world. And the impact is tangible. Over the past 20 years, Sunera has changed the lives of many families. Devirati, who lives in a small town close to Hatton, kept her children at home for 15 years, unsure of how to help them. After a few months of workshops, her boys discovered a love for dancing and crafts, and together spoke their first words. For Sayuri, dancing on stage with her friends is now her favorite thing in the world. For Gamini and his son Sinhajit, who have been attending the Dehivala workshop for 16 years, Sunera has transformed their lives. Meanwhile, Dr. Janaki speaks of the joy her family feels when her son Chandula takes to the stage. After all, there is nothing quite like a Sunera performance. Some young people are physically capable of taking leading roles, others might only walk across the stage, but each takes great pride in their moment in the limelight. Sunera herself speaks of the visible impact she has seen. Children who were once turned away were now being accepted by a society which was applauding their talents. A compilation of incredible stories from their 20-year journey, Wings, the Sunera story, is now available at leading bookstores around the island. All proceeds from the book will be used by the foundation to support their ongoing work for differently abled children around the country. 20 years in, Sunera is still going strong, expanding its wings, determined to continue their journey and bring a new lease of life to differently abled young people across the island.